What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another weekly market breakdown on NAS100. So without further ado, let's get right on into this weekly market breakdown. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off on the higher time frame. So I'm on the monthly time frame right now. We're just going to mark up the previous monthly highs, which is, we're in the middle of this month, so we got 5 days left in this month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up the previous month. Where is it at? What am I looking for? Magnet. And I'm going to mark up the previous month's highs and previous month's lows. So just like this, got the previous month high, we got the previous month low. And I'm going to make these come in a little bit more because we're going to be extended on the higher time frame. And I'm also keeping in mind that we have this monthly order block all the way down here. And at what level is this? This is at, let me get this off now, 12,084. Okay, so we're going to keep that price area in mind. We're going to go down to the weekly now, and we're going to do the same thing we did before. Previous week's highs, which is going to be right here. Previous week high. And the market closed right here, so we're going to have the previous week low right here. So it's essentially the same thing that I do. And the reason I get these previous month's highs and previous week's highs and lows is because these are going to be areas that are going to be liquid, meaning there's going to be liquidity in and around all of these price areas. So since we're looking for potential retracement, we're going to pull our fib from this low that we have that fib drawn at to this high all the way up here. Just like that. You can see price came and tapped into this 62% one time already. So more than likely price is going to make a run for this previous week's low, which is going to be right down here. So let me just draw an arrow. I'm essentially anticipating the price to continue moving lower because you got to keep in mind the previous week was bearish, previous month was bearish, and we're continuing to break lower and lower. So more than likely I'm anticipating prices are going to continue to drop, and then the next potential area in which price is going to probably go down to is probably this 12,000 area right down here. So that's what I'm thinking there. We're going to go down to the daily now. Everything is pretty much bearish, as you can see. Monthly highs all the way up here, weekly highs all the way up here, and we are pretty significantly close to the previous week's lows and previous month low. So it's just only a matter of time. Hold on. This is supposed to be previous month's low right down here. Let me change that. Just like that. All right, bet. So that's what we're anticipating. More than likely prices are going to continue to drop lower if it doesn't have this reaction at this order block that we have on this daily time frame. So that's something I am going to be anticipating. So what price level are we at currently? We have 13,300 right in here. So right in here. Let me get it. Zoom in, make sure I got it right at the right price. So we got 13,300 right here. That's currently where price is. We're coming into this daily order block. So there might be a chance that we might see a potential expansion to the top side and potentially get the high or the low of the week, created maybe around Monday through Wednesday, around there. And then from there, I'm going to be anticipating price to probably continue moving bearish, because I do know that there is a high chance that price could just continue dropping when the market opens, or it can jump higher, have this potential retracement. And also something you can do is when it does open, draw a fib, wait for it to create a low, wait for a retracement, let it go higher, because we already know where the direction is. We know we're bearish based off of the higher time frames. So what we're going to expect is price to potentially have a retracement. Could come all the way back to this 14,000 area, because we do know that there's a lot of orders being put in around this area. Just right in here, make it red. Retracing it there, and then potentially just keep on going lower. So that's what we're going to be anticipating based off of the higher time frame. I am going to continue being bearish. And based off of US 30, is a lot of the indexes are looking bearish right now. So we'll see what happens. But now we're going to go down to this intraday basis, and we're going to mark up the previous day's high, got the previous day's high and the previous day's low. Boom, just like this. We're going to mark up this Asian session range, so from the previous day. And why do we do the previous day? We do the previous day because on the Friday that the market closed, the Asian session didn't even get to begin yet, because the market closes right at that Asian session start. So we're going to use the previous Fridays, or previous Thursdays, my bad. And we're going to basically look at it like this. So now what can we anticipate? What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a fib from the previous day's high to the previous day's low. and I'm going to see where I can potentially map out a retracement to. first thing I notice is we have this Asian range low in confluence with this fib we have right here. And now we're going to look for potential price area in here. We have 13,600 right in here, which is a big figure level. We got 13,700 right in here. So that's going to be the range in which we're anticipating price to potentially move to. I'm also going to grab the fib and get the 50% of the Asian range and try to get just a defined area where price could likely retrace into. And as you can see, if you do this, draw the line over, we have this range within from the midpoint of the Asian range to the low is in confluence with this fib short we have from the previous day's high to the previous day's low. So that's going to be an area that we anticipate price to move higher to. Now, if we go back to this higher time frame, where is this area around? This area that we're looking for potential retracement to is around 14,000 to 13,860. So let's go back over here. What price is this? We have 14,000, 13,860. Based off the intraday basis, I ideally wouldn't want to see price coming lower. But if we want to do something a little bit different, we can look for a fair value gap within this price area. So we do know 14,000 is a potential area that price can come down to, but where's the low of this order block? 13,850. So now let's look at the fair value gaps we have from this candle's low right in here. We're going to mark this up. Matter of fact, I'm going to use the box. So from this low to this low, and I'm doing it from the wicks. If you don't know what a fair value gap or an imbalance is, I suggest you watching my video on it. But we have a fair value gap from here to there. If we look at that low, that's around 13,770. So that would ideally be somewhere within here, which is a pretty significant area. So we're just gonna have to see what the market does. But in my opinion, as of right now, I'm anticipating price to potentially push higher and then maybe consolidate orders before potentially going higher, lower, I mean. Something potentially like this, maybe consolidate before eventually dropping lower, because I am basically long-term, well, not long-term, but based off the higher time frame, everything is bearish. So I'm just gonna say I'm long-term bearish, short-term bullish. That's basically what I'm expecting right now. There's not really much to go off of. We're going off of what we have right now, and there could be a point where prices flies, but based off higher time frames, there's not really anything in here that I'm anticipating price to really react off of. We do have this fair value gap right in here also, so there could be a chance that price does come a little bit lower, try to fill that in before going higher, or we can retrace higher before coming lower. But as of right now, we just got to see what can happen. We have the short-term high here that is more than likely going to get ran through, but like I said, we don't really know what's going to happen. It's just we're planning best probability, highest probability setups that could potentially happen. And if we can get this push when the market opens, I can then anticipate a continuation of the trend going throughout the week. But ideally, I want to see the higher the low of the week being created Monday through Wednesday, but only time will tell. This is just what I'm expecting as of right now. You never really know, but we will see what happens. Only time will tell. And that's really it. That's all I really have for you guys today. I'm just going off of what I have right now, and there's not really too much information given. Everything has been extremely bearish, so I'm just waiting for a decent pullback, because we haven't had a pullback in the last 2 days. It's just been trending, so it could just keep trending. But like I said, I'll keep on saying only time will tell. We can never anticipate what's going to happen. We could just have a high hypothesis on what is more likely to happen, because we go based off of probabilities and not possibilities. And as of right now, I'm waiting for a high probability pullback to then sell off. So that's really all I have for you guys. Short little video. This is just what I'm expecting. I'm gonna go back over here to the higher time frame. This is the daily, this is the weekly. Everything's extremely bearish. 12,000 area down here is where I'm going to be anticipating price to move to long term. So I give it maybe a few weeks, few days. You never know. The market could be very volatile this week, or it could be the opposite. So we'll see. Around that 12,000 area is where I'm looking to see price come down to long term. Target is previous month's lows right down here at 12,960, but basically 12,000 is going to be area in which I think price is going to move to. But like I said, this is all I have for you guys. So if you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, if you found this video informative, if you just like the way that I trade, if you found the insight that I gave you guys on how I personally view the market, if you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe. We will see what happens this week. Looking to have a profitable week. We'll see what happens. Make sure you join the live sessions if you want to see me trade live. I'm live every single day on my YouTube channel, FBA Capital. So with that being said, also join the Telegram. I'm going to be sending all these videos and all these screenshots of what I'm personally anticipating for this week to the Telegram. So if you want those screenshots, make sure you click the link in the description. It's all free. With that being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Share this video with a friend if you found it helpful. Stay motivated by the fear of being average, and I'll see you all in the next video.